You're dealing with a guy with a concussion, so I might forget the question or mess up from time to time, but I'm Ryan Bray, and I'm from Jasper, Alberta. I came to Jasper for the mountains and landed my dream job as a photographer for Parks Canada.
I'm Brianna Bray. Ryan and I should be married for 4 years, but we just celebrated our 3rd anniversary.
All kind of started with a trip of a lifetime. I was in Nicaragua with my friends for my bachelor party, out surfing, and the worst happened. I was washing machined in the waves, hit my head on the ground on my board, cut my lip wide open, and suffered a major concussion.
I was in the Northwest Territories working, and then out of nowhere I got a message that he'd been hurt and I needed to come home.
Got home and barely knew who I was or where I was. And it was after 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, I wasn't getting any better. I realized that this was something that was going to be with me for a while. My life was changed forever.
When Ryan and I first met, we did a lot more adventurous stuff, a lot of overnight backcountry camping, but since we can't really do that anymore, we refurbished a trailer and do a lot more trailer camping, which is actually a lot of fun, really relaxing and enjoyable. It was pretty tough watching him go through all the different treatments and therapy and tests, and he worked really hard at it, and I don't know how, but he kept the most positive attitude of anyone I've ever met through all of this.
My life used to be about finding the epic. It could have been a very long multi-day climbing trip or taking days or weeks or months to get that perfect shot out in the wilderness. But now it's about finding that same joy in very small moments. I was given this old boat that was covered in moss, rotting away underneath a tree, and I breathed new life into it. But after I restored it, I quickly realized that it was the boat that brought life back to me. I don't think people realize just how much a concussion can affect somebody, and they present themselves completely unique for almost anybody that's had a major concussion. With extreme brain fog, balance issues, not being able to focus, it completely took away my life for a period of time. It stopped pretty much all my activities, my work, it stopped my relationships as well. From kind of the point of having a concussion, it was definitely in the acute phase. It was about trying to recover as much as I could in that period of time. And then after that, it's been rebuilding a life in kind of a new normal. I used to love getting out on multi-day hiking and climbing trips in the backcountry, but now I'm able to find that passion out on the water. Fishing out there in the peace and quiet, surrounded by mountains, a quiet campfire, making a meal, breathing in the fresh air, seeing a spectacular glacier in the background. That's all cliche, but it's, until you're out there experiencing it for yourself, it is just awe-inspiring and spectacular. And I think all these words that I'm using is just like what you'd see in a coffee table book, but it is. It's what life was for me, and helps me build who I am, and being surrounded by that is who I am. I have my life back now.
Over the last year, when we kind of decided to start living again, it definitely changed our relationship back to what it used to be.
I'm able to get out and explore and bring my passions back in a very different way, in a smaller way. But with that, I've created more happiness and joy than I think I had even before when it was searching for the epic.